Today I'm going to go over basic barbell ankle hops, I guess is what we're going to go ahead and call it. So you set yourself up with the barbell back squat position, right? That's where the bar is going to be. Right here I have my train of thought on a lot of this is if this exercise, like any other exercise, you go too light, we really don't dive into the value physiologically. Also, for too heavy, we don't, right? So it's like we don't practice our back squat with too light a weight and too heavy, ideally, right? Same thing here. So we want just enough resistance to create a quicker recoil, quicker rebound, change direction, okay? So the way I like to think about this is just essentially you're reproducing the same movement as basically a jumping rope on the lower body, okay? That's the takeaway from an action standpoint. The big positional takeaway on this is what I want you to notice is that once I unrack this and I walk it back, okay, there isn't any moving, right? What I see so often in someone doing a back squat is they're adjusting hand position, they're adjusting shoulder position, their head position is changing as they're descending, and that couldn't be more than wrong. It couldn't be more wrong than having movement in your descent, okay? Outside of, you know, your ankles, knees, and hips, which should be moving, okay? So on this guy right here, what you'll see is I'm gonna really take my time to get this bar to a place where I can keep it quiet, okay? That might be the only changes. You might change your grip on this, right? You might be might have your hands out here or something, whatever, right, on your squat. But for me, I'm gonna try to be symmetrical. I'm gonna use the competition rings, the comp rings here, to get this bar in a position that I can hold with a dynamic movement. Okay, I'm not so much pulling in, I'm pulling down a little bit, okay? Just down. I'm trying to pull my elbows a little bit towards my rib cage while making more of a fist, okay? And at the same time, I'm gonna take my head and neck and pull it back with the same amount of tension commensurate that I'm putting into the bar with my hands. I'm basically locking in my whole upper body, okay? I'm gonna get to where I can get to full extension of the ankles, okay? Once I know I'm there, right, I'm gonna go into my ankle hops. The goal for this is to have a rhythmic pattern that's reproduced. The upper body, the arms aren't moving, right? The hands aren't moving, the head's not moving. And that's the big takeaway is, just like if I'm on a gun and I'm moving to acquire a target, the whole system moves, right? I certainly don't want to be leading with my head with the firearm in the same way here, okay? I gotta lock this, makes my front sight focus in, and that stays with me when I squat or do whatever it may be. So give this a shot, because this is really gonna be helpful on improving your ground force management really for your running. So this is a good little addition to your training to see and to train that rhythmic power that is so necessary with running.